Hey everybody, it's your girl Heavenly B, and I'm in the place with Dale and David. Say hello to the people.
Hey everyone.
And we are here for another episode, and what will be our finale episode of the Prince George's Daily, Weekly, and all its iterations. I know you guys are sad, listeners, to see us go. But we got a great episode lined up for you all so we can go down memory lane together. Dale, David, how does this feel for you all?
Let me start because this it's a mix of expectation being realized and the sadness that goes along with that. Uh,
Mm,
I can remember to the very beginning when we were forming this thing. I can remember when we were building this thing. I can
yeah,
remember when we were building an audience. I remember all of it. And then next week, this won't be anymore. So I'm gonna miss it,
yeah.
but it's been slipping for a minute.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask you that actually. What was your original concept? Let's start there. What was your original vision when you came up with this show?
This was supposed to be history. The show was history specifically about Prince George's County.
Mm-hmm.
So it was going to be a daily reminder of what's happening on this given day in the world for Prince Georgians.
Yeah,
And we had support for that, and we did some phenomenal shows about those things. Um, I think we had a really good formula. We had a really good team. We were building some really good momentum, and I can tell you for a fact there are several very popular podcasts that use the exact same formula that we used
mm,
that came after us.
yeah. I believe that. Okay, so let me ask this: you had this vision. We got some great episodes that align with the vision. So tell me what specific parts of the vision actually came to life. We'll eventually talk about what didn't come to life, but what parts like really lived up to what your mind thought when you dreamed it. Because you know how we always have this vision in our mind. Sometimes it looks like that vision, and sometimes it doesn't look like it, but it's still good enough. What
So
looked exactly like what was in your mind?
it was that slice of life.
Okay.
Um, there was this thing that I learned way back in college in the 1980s um, in literature about this style of storytelling that was presenting a slice of a day or a slice of a year or a slice of a life. And that's what we did. We presented a slice of the life of a Prince Georgian on any given day. If somebody were to go back into the archives and say, what was it like before the pandemic? Well, we had
Yeah.
those lives. What was it like when we didn't have a vaccine or we didn't have treatments for COVID? Well, we have those episodes.
Mhm. Mhm.
What was it like when we're coming out of that and trying to get back to things? We have those things. We have episodes what it was really like to be in that space, and I think we did that really well.
Mhm.
We can
I
even tell you
agree.
what the weather was on a
Uh huh.
Tuesday
I'm
back in
trying to tell you.
2018.
So tell me what parts were not a part of your vision, but it just worked. Like it worked out even though it was not a part of what you originally saw for the show.
Okay, so um, I'm trying to figure out exactly how to say this without your head getting too big. Initially, I wanted the show to be hostless, that
Mm,
anybody could step in and present today's slice of life.
okay.
But the power of Heavenly as the host was such a draw, not just in the production but in the presentation, that without Heavenly, we don't have the Prince Georges.
Aw, thanks, y'all. I,
It's true.
I appreciate that. And my head didn't get big. I feel very grateful, actually. Because I came in with a team spirit. I just wanted to be on the air. However, however you may use me, that was just my dream to be
Remember
recorded.
that episode with nephew Tommy?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I do. That's one of my favorite episodes.
That was one of his favorite interviews.
I know that's right. Tommy, you remember that? If you're listening, you remember that was one of your favorites.
I got the pictures in my phone.
That
That's
was
what
such
he
a
said.
fun day. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that interview so well for so many reasons. Actually, because it was one of my favorite episodes, not only to host, but I think everything that came around it, how we worked together as a team, the excitement of the day. His energy was just good energy. Like, you never know what you're gonna get with people who are already in the industry and already moving and shaking. And it was just such a positive, engaging energy. So that's one of my favorite episodes. I'll never forget. It was when I felt like, man, God, thank you. I'm doing what I really, really love. And I don't know, it was that thing that I dreamed of happening when I imagined working in media. Like, that feeling I would get, and I got it. So that drives me, though, to ask you guys, what was your favorite episode that we've recorded? Like, which was one, what episode gave you that feeling like, yes, this is why I do what I do?
So for me, there was an episode where David, when you interviewed that guy who builds the piano on the skeleton of the um I can't think of the sine wave.
Hmm.
That I thought was phenomenal, and I thought people are going to hear this and not know what they're missing. And 10 years from now, 15 years from now, they'll hear it and say, "Oh,
Mm,
now I get it."
mm.
Yeah.
That was one of your favorite episodes. Okay.
That was one of my favorites because it was just so powerful, but so subtle.
Mm-hmm. Everything doesn't have to be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
David, what was your favorite episode thus far, like that we've done?
So the nephew Tommy one definitely stood out to me because it was one of those, is as fun as it was also very stressful, because you remember we had 40 people in the room that weren't supposed to be there. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was in one room calling the shot, telling me, make sure everything is good. And while we're trying to make sure levels and things are straight, you got people in there laughing and doing things. It's like, yo, hush.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, y'all don't belong in here in the first place. And it's
I
like
think they got put out, if I recall correctly.
they got hushed up at that point, because it's like, listen, y'all not gonna make us look bad.
I'm
You know?
telling you.
But like you said, the energy from Tommy was phenomenal. Like I mean, you were on your A game. Like, everybody on our team did our thing, and it was like flawless. There was no hiccups. There were no, oh man, and we had to do that over. It was just great.
I think it was a testament to the work that we had done doing, like, team building in general, and just the synergy that we had as a group. Like, of course, it's always chaos behind the scene. Anybody that's in any type of media or production understands, whether it's backstage in theater, behind the scenes on a set, or even like behind the scenes with a radio production. It's always chaos, but it's about how you all talk and interact with each other, how you all just know what needs to be done and collectively come together and do it and make the presentation and the final result for the audience seem flawless. I don't even know if the audience would have known that we had people in there cackling if we had not, said anything, right? Because we were able to shut it down, make sure that the noise and the levels were right by the time the final product came out. So yes, I love that. And that was one of my favorite things outside of what can be seen is how we work together as a team, how we work together as a group. It was probably after my one dramatic hiccup, it was probably one of the best work cultures that I've ever been a part of. So that I'm gonna miss this work culture, guys.
Yeah.
There was another two episodes I gotta mention that that were my favorites, maybe my runner-ups.
Okay.
There was one when me, David, and Maud did
The surprise
Happy
show.
Birthday. Yeah. That I like that. That was good.
Yeah, that
That
was
was I enjoyed listening and was shocked as I don't know what I was like. You know, you do your daily, just going through the stuff, trying to be nosy, see what the heck was produced, and I was like, "What is this?" It was such a heartwarming show. Y'all
we love
killed that.
Heavenly B. That's
I need
basically what
that.
it was.
I need to say that for my archives. I
And
never
then my
want to forget
ex-girlfriend, when y'all let me interview Monica Goldson.
that. Ah, Lord, that was a good one.
That
I
was cool.
enjoyed that.
She was a really good guest.
Yeah, yeah. And then
I'm sorry,
also,
Dr. Monica Goldson.
yeah, when we went to do Angela Also Brooks, that was a fun
That,
one.
yes.
That was a memorable one. It was a favorite, but it was more so chaotic.
Oh
Now,
yeah,
all of them have their own level of chaos, but that one right there,
That was
you know, if we felt like we were on a mission that we weren't really sure we were supposed to be on, but I got us in it. I'll take the responsibility. I got us in it, and they had my back. They like, all right, you rolling? All right, we rolling. And that was it. And it worked out.
and
Amen.
I got a phone call.
You got a phone call.
I got a phone call saying, "How y'all get that? Why
Right,
y'all over there? How come y'all
right,
didn't come through me?"
right.
Hmm.
I always tell people, I don't even know what y'all be in here doing because in my mind, I'm not doing nothing out like that's too crazy to think of. It's not an outlandish concept to reach out to somebody's email that they have on their freaking website and request what you want. The worst they can do is not answer or say no. So in my mind, how y'all get that is simple. Why can't you do the same thing? I'm not doing anything magical other than having the audacity. That's it.
Okay, so let me jump in here and say the opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily the opinions of the faculty, the staff, or the administration, or the leadership at Prince George's Community College.
Yes.
But somebody at Prince George's Community College was the one that called me and said, "Who y'all think y'all is doing this?"
And here
And
I
it's not
was,
who you think it's not who you thinking it was. It's somebody else.
Really?
you know, I
Higher.
can believe it though. I can believe that. Because how dare you and why do y'all have the audacity? But also for me, I be just thinking I'm doing my job. Like so so when I was originally brought on, I remember that I was just kind of before I was brought on fully, like as staff, I was just coming to record and do shows and have fun and get my energy, my wisdom, my skills together, right? Once a position was available and we had somebody else running the show, the position I was given was to basically go out in the community and get guests and stuff like that. That was like a scout or whatever. In so many words, I can't remember the actual title.
Producer.
Bam! I was doing it. All you gotta do is tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it. Like I always tell people, I do well in the forefront. I don't have to be. That particular position didn't require me to be the main anything. And I ain't complain about it one bit. I just said, all right, that's what you want me to do. All right, I'm gonna get us some guests. Never knew it was gonna be drama when I actually got them. It was like, was this just a role like just to say something, just to say you gave me something to do? Like, was this busy work? Did you not actually expect me to execute? Because you ain't know who you was talking to, girl. I'm gonna go ahead and execute. Never give me something and think I'm not gonna do it because that's just not my nature. So
This is what we were talking about before we started recording. We're talking about the way that you have to interact with people, and some people are not good at what they do
mm,
and get mad at you for being good at what you do.
mm-hmm.
And if they
That's
can't
true.
match that energy or match that skill, then they can either get out of the way or be a help. But what people choose to do is try to be a hindrance, try to get
Yep,
in the
try to
way
get
of
you out the way.
it. They want you to not do what you're doing because you're making them look bad.
Listen,
Mhm.
let this be a cautionary tale to all of you podcasters or content creators.
Yep.
You're going to face the most opposition when you're actually doing something.
Mm. Just
So just
in any
doing,
industry, any industry.
just do it. Keep going, because if you saw the amount of quote unquote opposition that we faced, even in what we were doing, we didn't stop, and neither did it, but we kept going. And because of that resilience, we're able to have an actual ending and not say, oh, well, after 2 episodes, it's been real.
Right. We didn't let them push us to the point where our spirit was broken completely and we just gave up on the show. This whole conversation right here, where we are in the conversation anyway, reminds me of even something that I still got to carry, because I wanted to maintain a united front and not make anybody look bad, the school, the team, anything. It's the fact that I carry that it was only a few people that came to our speaker series, and I carry the fact that I know that thing was not successful because I had a whole hater that just go ahead and try to shut down the whole operation. So now I have to smile as these guests come in, host these guests as they speak, and look at 3 people in the audience when I know that they could have had a room full, because based on the way that I promoted the teachers and professors that I advertised it to, in the classes that they were advertising it to. But when I tell you nobody have no balls these days, I'm glad you already said this is not the thoughts and views of the college, because nobody has balls, because I was expecting people to not back out. I was expecting them to show up and they told their students and they'll be there. But you know who did show up? Professor Dale. He was like, I'm in there. Yeah, you were there with me. You still showed up. You know, a few of your students still came because you didn't tell them, oh, never mind, don't do that. Everybody else went into a panic when the haters started running wild. They went into a panic, stopped telling their students about it, shut down the place for me to host it. It was a hot mess. And I had to act like none of that was happening when these guests came in and just eat it. Right? And I seen Shay about a month or so ago when I went to this event. It was good. I seen her. We gave each other hugs, whatever. She remembered me, all that. We talked for a little bit. But in my head, I'm still thinking, I know she like, girl, I can't walk all the way up there for them 2 people. 2 people. But it's just a testament to say that no matter, everything is a lesson for you, because I was able to even thrive in that moment and not let it break me completely, and know how to navigate, is because I've done things in the past where I know that I don't care if it's an audience of 1 or 100, we got to give it the same energy. We still got to show up. And it made me appreciate the people that did show up in spite of. Yep.
Yeah.
So any worst moments for y'all? Now, we talked about the good. What's the worst moment? What's the moment that made you almost flip the table? Go ahead, David.
So the very first show that Dale made me host, I did an interview with the Philharmonic. Yes, because my initial plan and goal was to just be behind the board. And Dale was like, yeah, no, you're going to host one. I was like, really? Okay. And he's like, yeah, you're going to do the Philharmonic because you're a musician. I was like, okay, well, that should be cool. So I got excited, got my questions together. I remember we were in, what was it, in Akaki Hall. Came in there, did the recording. The interview itself, it was nice. I enjoyed the guest and everything. We had a good time, took pictures. I listened to that thing back.
It was all kinds of noises in that interview, but it was a good interview.
The interview was good, but you'll never hear it There was
Yeah.
nothing about that interview that I could save and put out. And I felt so demoralized. Like I was like, well, that's a sign that I don't ever need to host again.
You are
See, Dale,
true.
I need to get back behind the board. And whatever happened, it is what it is. But I mean, when I tell you to this day, I still like that. It brings a smile to my face now. But I'm like, it was ultimate cringe moment for me because I was like, yo, there's nothing. I didn't turn anything a certain way or anything. I was like, I don't know where this, supernatural noise came from, but it was terrible. And I felt bad.
I mean, it happens though. That's what people. That's again one of the things that people don't see is how many bad recordings you get before you get the good recording. How much editing you have to do sometimes to get a good recording. Like this is not something we just go through. People that have been in this game for 30 years still have bad recordings sometimes, maybe less times, but stuff happens. It's stuff that they still have to scrap. So people don't see that part. Dale,
Yeah, for me, it's very similar to David. It's the equipment.
uh,
We have never had the equipment that we asked for or the equipment that was supposed to work, and we have always been doing runarounds to make whatever stuff we had work, including when they moved us into that brand new Center for Performing Arts
mm-hmm.
and that brand new design space. And when Dell kept complaining, this is not the way that it was designed, this is not the way it's supposed to work, we never got it fixed. So we had to work around to make it work in some way. And it still doesn't work that the way it's supposed to. Then somebody came in to help.
Oh, please.
So I go in like every week for like 2 years. Every week I would go in to try to figure out what was undone so I can fix it, so I can teach my class and we can do a podcast.
Mm.
Every week, fixing some BS. The equipment.
I mean, it was several people that tried to come and fix. Because remember the little short one? I don't know the name. They used to come in and try to
I'm
fix.
not going to say that person's name. I know their
I
name.
remember. Mhm, mhm.
It's been several people. So you're right. We never got the equipment to work quite right.
And
Um,
in that person's defense, they knew they were not qualified to fix that stuff. Their boss told them, you have to.
so they just in there fiddling and faddling because that's
So
all was
they
happening.
did the best they could do with what they had. And outside of that area, that person is actually very well
Good.
skilled in their area. They just weren't skilled in that area
Yeah,
Mm.
set
and
up
were
failure.
forced to go in there to help.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then you had the other ones who didn't know what they were doing in any area, and they
And
came in
still don't.
to mess up what was going on in our area and then blame us
And
for
still mess it up.
it. It's like, what you mean? Where did so and so go? You were the one, the last person in here, not me. Like we didn't leave this studio looking like a trash heap. We don't do that. Okay.
One thing I could say is that whatever we were doing when we were in there, like every day, was really sparking some interest because we got a lot of questions. What y'all doing? What y'all working on? What y'all creating? Da-da-da. I'm like, we have a whole operation here.
Go to
Like
the
this is a
website.
system. Huh?
Go to the website. You'll see
Yeah.
it.
Go to the website. It's up. And if you understand how this comes to be, then you know all the moving parts that got us to the end result. Right? If you
Yep.
don't, then you think, oh, y'all just got a 20-minute podcast up. You don't know all the work that goes into creating that episode. So, it was a lot of questions, but I have this question. What do you feel is the reason why we had to shift? Because earlier you said like things feel like it went downhill after a while. What was the cause of the shift? We went from a daily podcast to a weekly podcast. We went from, all these amazing guests coming in regularly to us being the amazing guest and host. It's like what do you feel like is the reason that we had that dip?
I, I don't want to say, but it was multiple things happening simultaneously. Um, Whenever there's new leadership, there
Mhm.
is a transition, and COVID hurt everybody.
Yeah, that's real.
And COVID hurt us too.
Hmm.
Uh, and when there was a gap in the leadership and then the impact of COVID, the haters had a way to wedge in there and cause more consternation.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. That's a part of it.
So
David,
it's a
from your
process.
perspective. And David, from your perspective.
Yeah, I think what just coming off like even the tail end of COVID and stuff, once we started, like our team went through a transition because at one point we had a well-oiled machine
Yeah.
of multiple people doing multiple jobs, and then it started to dwindle until it got to what you see before you. And it was doing that, the team transitioning, but in the middle of, like he said, leadership and things that the college transitioning.
Hmm.
So, we're all in the middle of a transition while we're transitioning. And
Yeah.
so obviously certain things go, we weren't able to do the same things that we were able to do. You remember we used to have times where we literally would get together just to meet and plan things out. Then it went from that to, oh, well, y'all ain't done nothing. So what you got coming up? So it went from us being able to control everything going on with us
In
to
our
now we have
environment.
to, okay, well, what we got to do here, what we got to do there. We don't have this person doing that anymore. So now you had to put more on everyone's plate.
I mean, even looking at the whole just not even having our social media specialist, that marketing was a big part of everything that we were creating and promoting it. And so then for people to be like, okay, well, what are you doing? Well, now David got 3 jobs. I got two plus my regular job. That's 3 jobs. Dale got, I don't even know how many jobs Dale got. So because we're not distributing it like out to other people on the team. We're all trying to carry everything. We got one person editing everything. Whereas remember we was hiring people, we had people David, we had a group, more than one person there to edit stuff. Now, granted, we had some people come on the team that they weren't that efficient,
Yeah.
but at least it wasn't all on one person. So I can agree with you that kind of really scattered things. COVID, the team dwindling down, and a part of the team dwindling down. Part of it is just, you have more ambitions, right? You want to chase your goals. But the other part is, I love this, but it don't pay enough.
Mhm.
And you're telling me that it will never pay enough because what we do is not valuable. I feel like, and I could be wrong, that's why I've taken the ownership of how I feel. I feel like our work was looked at as just busy work or something to do, and that we weren't really working. And for me, that was offensive and is offensive because of the amount of work that we put in and because of the level of eyes that we put on the college. Yes, the college is a standalone entity in terms of education, but when it comes to this aspect, when it comes to the media aspect of things and the community relationships that you were building and getting people excited about the entertainment side of things and the news side of things, I feel like they disregarded that. It's like, aren't you all happy that the county executive now knows about the radio show at your college? Aren't you happy that the superintendent of the county schools did an interview at your institution?
Mhm.
Aren't you elated that nephew Tommy and Debbie Morgan took the time out of their day to come on your campus and talk to your team and have that recorded and aired when they probably wouldn't do it if they didn't feel like it was beneficial to us and themselves? People like celebrities don't do media that they don't find beneficial. especially when they already hear these people are traveling. Most of them are traveling in and out of town to do something big with a big check attached to it. And they take the time out of their day to show up for us. And so it was like it's like a thing where I think when we started losing people was because they realized that I can't grow here.
Yeah. And then the part of the transition was the support that we got. Because at one point, it seemed that we were being supported a lot more than as things went along. And because you remember, I was talking to the black piano maker, Mr. Warren Shad. I was trying to bring him. He wanted to bring one of his pianos into the college. And I was trying to work through that and communicate and everything. And it was basically, I heard nothing. So I'm like, well, all right. Well, okay.
Well, I really feel like that's where my disappointment. I know I asked Dale earlier about his vision for the show, um, and where it may not have gone well. But I feel like my vision for the radio station itself, I expected it to be big by now, like in the area, in the community. If we had kept the pace that we had and we kept the system that we had and we had the support of the college, I really think that we could really have been an influential voice in the community and really have become something like a HUR or something. I don't know. Like eventually. Um, but of course, if you can't go but so far when you're doing something like this for a company that's not your own, you know.
Yeah.
So we did the best we could with what we had.
Yeah.
So what does this show ending now mean for you all or to you all? What does it mean? What does it feel like? If you can't say like a actual meaning, what does it feel like to you?
This is a punctuation. This is a an exclamation point, a question mark, a period to sort of end this phrase. We were ahead of our time. It took people at the college years to catch up to number one, what a podcast was, and number two, how to actually do one.
Mm, mm. So I could,
And what it took to actually do one. And quiet as it's kept, it's not kept that quiet. Ain't nobody listening. There is a podcast produced by the college now
mm,
with paid staff.
mm. Listen, let me tell you who would have been just fine doing the work I was doing right there at the radio station with the right check. I wouldn't even be because I still felt like I was doing work that I love, you know. But yeah,
How many times did
we
we
did
ask,
it
hey,
different.
just a few more hours? Just a few?
We was begging like a mud.
Listeners,
I'm a beggar. Because we really wanted to be there full time. You know, that was what we wanted to be there full time, but then we also are very grown and we're very grown bills, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like this feels like it feels like the end for real. It feels like it's time, if I'm honest. I do. So I don't feel like it's something that we're doing before it's completed or we still have something to prove. I feel like we fulfilled the mission for this particular show. Like Dale said, doesn't mean that we won't come together for other things in the future, but this one, we put a period here. And I feel good about it because I feel like we've actually fulfilled the mission. Now, the bittersweet part, of course, is until we decide to do something else. I won't see you all on a regular basis and stuff. I mean, we gonna still text and chat and stuff, and we all connected on social media and we have each other's phone number, but it's just this knowing that we're gonna come together every week. I'm gonna miss that, you know? But it's time. I think it's time.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way where I'm like, I it's bittersweet in the sense, yes, you guys are family now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the pleasant surprises of this whole experiment because I didn't expect to actually really grow to love you guys like
Aw.
family. I was cool working with y'all. I had no issues with you or anything, but I didn't think about y'all like enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be hollering at them and thinking, but now y'all are actually family now. And
Mm-hmm.
so with that, I'm happy that we're able to do this and end it together
Yeah.
because it started with us. It had some other people too, but it's good to be able to close a chapter with the people that have been, the main recurring characters
The
for
core three.
this. So I'm happy about that. And I do believe like I've seen growth in all of us over the course of this program. Like there's stuff that I've seen in me that I didn't even know was possible because of you all, because y'all pushed me, because y'all taught me, because y'all allowed me to think and to work and to get better and to have great days and to not have, whatever. And you guys made me more confident. And that's something that I'll take with me anywhere. And so I'm excited to see what's next for all of us because I'm like, Heavenly, you're a star, you know it.
Oh,
You
thank
know,
you.
it's going to take some more people a little time to catch up to it. Just like you said, ahead of your time. So, and Dale, man, like there's
Yeah.
there's there's a lot of stuff that we could say about you, man, and all of it would be true because you were the brains behind it, but you also, man, you really helped us grow. You taught us in a way that was not, oh, I'm going to take it easy on you, or
I'm
oh,
telling you. Shoot.
you
You
made
better not
us
be no
just,
softy, that's for sure.
you would sell us straight up. The levels were terrible. Do better next time,
It was
or go
horrible.
get someone else.
Then
Okay,
how was it? Yeah, listen to it.
you know,
It was some shit. I'm
it
like,
may, I'm not posting that. But he
thank
would
you.
always show you. Dale wasn't just one to tell you to do better. He would show you how to get better. Now, if you didn't
That's
get
true.
better, that's on you. But he showed you what you need to be looking for. And so now, even in editing, I don't have to go to Dale anymore and be like, hey, Dale, how do you like this edit? It's like, no, I've got Dale in my head. That's crap. Take it out. Okay.
But I love that too. I think you have to, and maybe that's another reason why, you need the right people on your team because you need people that actually want to get better. So they don't take that as a negative thing. They look at it and say, all right, how can I grow? Because the reality is, me and David, we heard it and it's like, okay, we're just gonna make it better. I can honestly say, and I'm a sensitive soul. My feelings ain't never been to the point where Dale left me, had me leaving crying and doing none of that. It just made me want to be better. I think that you have to enter environments with that intention anyway. I don't care what environment. Your goal is to get better, to grow, to add value.
Mhm.
Bottom line. And if the person who's the visionary tells you that this ain't no good stuff and it's not valuable and he's been in the game Lord knows how much longer than us, I think we should listen,
Humble
right?
yourself and listen. Mhm.
Did you just call me old?
I did
Because
not
it sounded like
see
it
how people
sounded.
be offended.
David called me mean. Heavenly called me old.
I be sitting up here forgetting saying stuff like Sugar Mac. So, I don't be meaning no harm, but it just happens.
That's hilarious.
I mean, we can do everything together. David almost had to take one for the team because I know he wasn't gonna let me get beat up by the young man. So I was like, let's get us out of this. David need to go home. The only woman he need to be fighting for is his wife. But right now, he might have to bust this dude for me because he about to slam me. Because he was like, what? I was like, then I kept laughing. Child, we have been through some things. It's been a blast. How can the supporters and listeners stay connected with you all?
Follow David on socials.
Follow David on socials at
That guitar thing. Go ahead, David.
Okay, so I'm on TikTok now. I don't honestly, I'd have to look up what my TikTok name is because I'm new to TikTok. and my younger brother put me on to it, and he's like, "You need to get on there." I'm like, "Oh, all right, I'll get on." But on Facebook, I'm David D. Smalls on Facebook. On Twitter, X, I guess whatever that is. I want to say I'm D Smalls 77, and that might be the same thing on Instagram. But follow me on Facebook; you'll find everything else.
Mm.
Heavenly.
I can be found at Heavenly Beloved on all platforms except for TikTok. I am the Heavenly Beloved, and that's it. Everything else is uniform all across all platforms. If you put even on platforms I don't use, you can find me. Follow me. Um, and that's it. That's how you all can connect with me. Stay connected with me. I plan on being more active on there. But even if I'm not, them DMs work. You got a question for me? Hit me up. Dale?
Don't follow me.
Dale is starting to retire. You out the game altogether. Don't follow Dale.
I just posted on Instagram. I have no idea what I got like 19 followers and all of them are family. I posted a picture of my kitchen table because it's Christmas time and I got my Christmas dishes out. Why
Yeah.
would you follow me for that?
Inspiration.
People love that. Oh my gosh. People love that. You just don't even know what inspires people. It'd be lifestyle. So yeah, that's where I am. We'll see what is next for us. David, Dale, what's next for you all before we wrap this up?
I'm trying to become more active on social media, so I've been trying to put out a lot of videos and things, and that's the plan. Media, I feel like, is going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life, thanks to these folks. So, yeah.
Dale, what you gonna be doing?
This was my last semester teaching mass communication at Prince George's Community College. I will continue teaching speech classes. I won't be teaching mass comm there, but I am going to create a video series for a mass comm class, emerging media class, social media production class that people can find all over the place.
YouTube, stuff like that?
YouTube. My son-in-law told me about this platform for college classes.
Okay.
I can't think of the name because Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not quite Alzheimer's, part Alzheimer's.
Don't claim none of it. For me, from a media standpoint, I don't know. The door is open. Like I have no definitive plans, but I do want to get more active in social media, but I also say that every year. So um maybe I'll just keep speaking until I actually do it. But having more of a social media presence would be nice. It's something I really, really want to shoot for. And I'm open to opportunities, hosting things, doing radio, doing voiceover work, doing anything that's media related that allows me to storytell. You know, I really think that that's the draw for me when it comes to media anyway, is storytelling, and whether that's from me or listening to the interviewee tell a story. So I'm open to opportunities. I just don't have definitive plans. So if y'all got an opportunity for me, hit me up. Um, and that's it. So you all have to really follow me so you can follow the journey, because as it unfolds for me, it'll unfold for you. And that's it. So I want to thank all of you all who have listened to us throughout the years, um whether you've listened to a few episodes or whether you were a weekly or daily subscriber. Yes, it means the world to us. We hoped to get you content that kept you engaged and kept you informed. So anytime that you were a listener of more than one episode, we felt like we had accomplished our goal. So thank you so much for the support. And we'll hope to make you all proud and you see us in the future doing other big things. Anybody else got any final words?
That's it.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right. So until we meet again, guys, we love you. Peace. Bye bye.